She waited 4 years, believing every "I'm trying," every "I just need time." But that night, when he came home smelling like a life she wasn't part of, the life he had without her, she understood the one truth she'd been afraid to face. He was never confused, he was never trying, he was comfortable with her effort and his excuses, comfortable with her patience and his lies. And in that moment, she didn't cry, she didn't beg. She finally saw him without the illusions love had painted. And once a woman sees clearly, there's no going back. The pain of disappointment is our most honest compass. If Anya's story resonates deep within you, it is because the architect of renewal inside you is awake. Stop trying to fix what refuses to be fixed. What will you do with this new clarity? Act 1. The persistence of illusion. Meet Anya. She is not a character from a romance novel, but a woman who, like you, gave the word love the meaning of sacrifice. She loved David, or at least the concept of him, the draft she had in her head, for 4 years. She was his unpaid architect, trying to build a future with bricks he refused to provide. In that apartment, she was the guardian of us. She remembered the anniversaries, paid the crucial bills, talked about planning vacations. He was the storm she tried to calm. Always late, always overwhelmed, always promising tomorrow. "I'll stop drinking as soon as this project is over. I swear, we're going to start saving and travel. I just need to close this last deal. I know I hurt you, but I'm working on it, my love. I am trying." Anya believed persistence was a virtue. That love was a motor for change. She read books on codependency and insecure attachment, trying to find the magic formula that would transform him into the man she deserved. The truth was, she was more interested in fixing him than in living with him. And on that Tuesday night, the stage was set for the revelation. Her birthday dinner was growing cold. The wine was open, already slightly oxidized. And then, at 12:45 a.m., the door opened. Act 2. The scent of abandonment. David walked in. He wasn't drunk, which was progress on the David scale. But the smell was unbearable. It was the scent of another life. It wasn't another woman. It was worse. It was the scent of a pub he frequented with friends Anya never met. It was the smell of loud, carefree laughter that she begged him to share with her, but which he reserved for his freedom. He stopped in the hallway, saw the table, saw the cake, saw Anya's still.com expression. "Anya, I am so sorry. I lost track of time. I was with the people from the office and things went long." He braced himself for what always happened. Her crying, her reprimand, her exhaustion. He was ready for the script, a quick hug, an empty apology, and the promise of a tomorrow that would never arrive. But Anya didn't move. She didn't cry. She just looked, and in that look, there was no pain. There was only cold clarity. "You don't need to apologize, David. I understand." She had waited for years, believing every "I'm trying," every "I just need time." But in that moment, she understood the one truth she had been afraid to face. He wasn't confused about what he wanted. He wanted everything. He wanted her security at home and his freedom on the street. He wanted her dedication and his irresponsibility. He was not a lost man. He was a comfortable man. Comfortable with her effort and his excuses. Comfortable with her patience and his lies. Act 3. The silence of renewal. Anya stood up. She did not raise her voice. She calmly picked up the cake and threw it in the trash. She took the wine and poured it down the sink. David watched, shocked by the absence of drama. Drama was what validated his excuses. Without drama, there was nothing for him to fight, only reality to face. "I am not angry, David. I am disillusioned. And disillusionment is a gift. It is the moment when reality finally overtakes fantasy. I spent my energy trying to make you want to be my partner. And you spent your energy living exactly the life you always wanted, in spite of me." She didn't need to say anything else. The truth was undeniable. Anya turned and walked toward the guest bedroom. She wasn't running away. She was claiming space. She wasn't crying. She was planning. That night, she didn't lose a relationship. She gained herself back. She gained the hours of sleep she had lost waiting for him. She gained the peace of mind she had sacrificed trying to trust him. Act 4. The first brick. The journey of a single woman who breaks free is the most inspiring of all. It is not a story about mourning. It is a story about foundation. The next day, Anya became the architect of renewal. The first brick was not a new date, but the reprioritization of her career. She applied for that job David always discouraged her from seeking because it would make her too independent. The second brick was silence on social media. She stopped monitoring what he was doing and started creating the life she wanted others to monitor. not out of vanity, but out of personal pleasure. The third brick was the creation of ironclad boundaries. She stopped accepting crumbs of attention. She learned to say, "My time is no longer available to those who are not fully available to me." The fight for new achievements is not the hunt for the next great love. It is the construction of the fortress of self. It is when the single woman understands that the choice to be alone is more powerful than the fear of being alone. And what happens when she is finally ready to love again? She attracts a partner who doesn't need a fix, but who wants a partner. She attracts someone who is not trying, but who is committed. Because once a woman sees clearly, she will never again accept the comfortable instead of the complete. The architect of renewal takes the hammer, and she doesn't destroy out of anger, but builds out of purpose. The end of a heartbreak is just the prologue to an achievement. Her achievement. Enya's clarity is your next phase. Do not go back. Do not return to the crumbs. The first step of the architect of renewal is accepting that the potential you saw in him was always in you. What is your first step toward building your new life? Share this storytelling with the friend who needs courage. You are not alone. You are renewing yourself. Would you like me to write a short, motivational quote from the architect of renewal on the power of disillusionment?